We're back again doing some mountain bike science.
Yep.
This time, other end of the spectrum, having some fun on the new generation of really progressive, modern, crazy long travel trail bikes that you see out there.
Kind of as far as you can go.
Yeah.
How long can you go? How slack can you go?
So we started with the Stumpjumper EVO from Specialized.
Yep.
And we also rode the Megatower from Santa Cruz. So the Stumpy EVO on paper is the more extreme of the two, slacker.
63.5 degrees.
Yeah, that wheel was way out there.
Yeah.
What'd you think when we rode it?
I mean, we up the fire road climb, you just sit down and spin.
Yeah, it's pedals surprisingly well, just sitting and going.
Put it in the climb setting. Only time I really noticed was when you get up out of the saddle. That wheel is so far out there.
Yeah, you had to get up over a little steep pitch.
Yeah, and then there's a short traverse from the trail that we rode, from the fire road to the start of the descent. It was a little difficult to get around some of those switchbacks.
Yeah.
But as soon as we rolled into the trail, it was like my confidence levels just went up. I could roll over terrain, get in the chunky stuff with the coil.
Yeah.
And that beefy 36, just like, yeah.
And once you get to speed and the steep stuff, like the whole bike just like comes to life and like just becomes fun and lively and so much confidence.
Yep.
You can just stick that wheel anywhere. There's this one section I've always wanted to kind of, like it's this big root drop, and I've always just kind of wanted to air it to clear the rock below it, and I've never really had the guts to try it. And first time in, like, go for it. It was just like, oh my God, so easy.
No problem.
So it was like this injection of confidence anytime the trail got gnarly. It didn't, it's definitely feels more like kind of a traditional downhill sled, like the sections of the trail where you had to kind of get on the gas, you could feel the sluggishness a little bit, but when gravity provides the speed, the thing is just like electric. Yeah. So much fun.
And you almost have to let go of the brakes and go fast to get the most of it. The bike has to be at speed for you to get the most out of it. So thank God it like kind of boosts your confidence.
And when you let go of the brakes, the thing like, it almost like lurches forward. It's like, let me go, and just like, the other bike we rode from Santa Cruz was the Megatower. So what were your first impressions of that?
Similar to the EVO, just that added level of confidence. You can get up the climb. You just put it in the climb setting, spin your way to the top. I really didn't feel at a disadvantage in the climb that we rode.
It felt a little bit more like a trail bike pedaling up.
Yeah.
If you're like climbing up single track and doing switchbacks, it felt a little bit more familiar and more like a regular Stumpy or Hightower or a more traditional trail bike.
In some of the rougher terrain, it felt just as capable as the Stumpjumper or the EVO. I didn't feel that I was underpowered compared to the other bike.
In the steepest, gnarliest sections, I didn't feel that same level of like unlimited confidence on the Megatower. Certainly, the bike can do everything I'd ever want to be able to do, and I'm never going to be a good enough rider to reach the limit to the Megatower. But I felt that in the steepest, gnarliest stuff, the EVO provided just that next level of confidence. Yeah. But the Megatower felt more kind of lively and traditional.
Yeah, I felt the Megatower felt more natural to me. And as you said, I'm not a good enough rider to push the EVO to the max. Right. Really to get like even half of the level of bike that bike can
I feel like the bike was like laughing at me. Like, that's all you got? But
like switchbacks and tighter terrain, it felt more natural. It felt more like a regular trail bike that I would ride. Yeah. And I think if there's a spectrum between as far as the trail bike can go and where that really big gravity bike starts, if this is the line, both bikes sit on either side.
They're right next to each other. The line just goes right in between.
Yeah, the Megatower is as far as you can go and as far as I'd be willing to call a trail bike. Right. The EVO, I just can't call it a trail bike. Yeah, it's too much
gravity.
Yeah, it's gravity focused.
Well, this category of bikes are definitely for riders obviously focused on riding downhill, riding technical terrain, riding at speed.
That gravity enduro focused rider.
You can still get to the top, but these bikes they come to life downhill at speed. I would say the EVO is being that one step more extreme. I feel like you need to be kind of wide open, really high speed. So if you're riding North Star, riding the park, riding some of the really steep stuff down in Santa Cruz, that's where that bike is really going to shine. So if that's where your ride is focused, that EVO is just going to be amazing. Megatower, maybe because of its a little bit more versatility on the pedaling aspect. So here in Marin or some of the other places where even the downhill trails have some pedaling traverses and you got to get on the gas to keep your speed up. It feels a little bit livelier in those situations. But again, like you said, these bikes are right next to each other. So in those areas, I think, are where these bikes are going to shine for different riders. So thanks to everybody for watching. We had a ton of fun learning about these bikes and sciencing. So come on to the shop, check them out, and see if one's right for you.
Sweet.